might say, what on earth are you doing? This is the old entrance cable for my house. After I had the battery backup system, this is some of the pieces that were left over. This is the old stuff. You can't reuse it. At least they don't like you to reuse it after it's been in place for a long time. And this is the stuff that's been there since the house was in. The outer sheath's already off. And there's some other scraps. And basically I'm skinning it so I can take it to the scrap yard. I've got some cans and stuff too. And I believe in recycling. Our trash here, where we live in the country, there's no recycling. They pretty much take everything. So me and my wife make it a point to try to recycle as much as we can, and we have to take it to a place. So we take it to a scrap yard. We take all of our cans, any aluminum, that kind of stuff, and then also we take all the steel or anything from other projects and stuff to the scrap yard. And I mean, you get a couple of bucks here or there, really not that much. But aluminum's, you know, one of those things that's has quite a bit of value into it. One of the most money we've ever made from the scrapyard is we found some old steel cable fencing on the property. When we started clearing, it kept getting tangled up in the machinery and everything else, and we pulled all that out and coiled it up and put it on a trailer and took it down to the scrapyard. And because it was so heavy and there was so much of that steel cable, even though it was all rusted and stuff, it was actually worth some money. So as you can see, this is a nice piece of aluminum. I mean, this will equal, I mean, a whole, not a lot. I mean, this is probably, you know, a couple of cents here and there, but why not? Why not recycle and get it done with? So the sheath on this cabling, the coating, is a really hard, like plastic type coating. So I'm just taking a razor knife, starting at one end and just dragging it down, making sure I don't cut my fingers off. But my fingers really aren't anywhere near it, so I'm pretty... Like I said, this stuff wasn't cheap. When I bought it, it was like over $9 a foot, which sucked. But, you know, if I get a couple of dollars. Some more aluminum, and then that goes all in the trash. So, cool beans. Little projects. Well, as you can tell, it's a bit windy out, but the garden fence is all stretched out. But it's the end of the year. There's really nothing left in there. Some tomatoes, that's about it. There's some cantaloupe, but they never, I don't think they're going to ripen. But more to do. That tree got broken during the ice storm and never recovered. But, so it's still kind of good. The old farm boss. It'll be good to make sure it's going good for winter here. There's still a little bit of gas left in it. I'll have to drain that out. You don't want to leave your gas sitting inside your chainsaw. It's the fastest way to destroy them. Augie's been chasing deer, so. Well, on to more projects. I remember this was up in the other part of the yard. This is actually my front yard closest to the road. But might as well use that gas that's in here. Cut it out. Okay. Well, out of gas. Good enough for now. Some more scraps, some more stuff for the burn pile. Hey, so I'm down in the backyard. I got my antenna mast set up. I got my linked dipole up on the antenna. There's no metal around me. There's no other wires. It's clearly in the open. So let's see what my SWR is on 40 meters. 1.3. So that's great. Now let's see where the dip is, just to be curious here. The dip is just after, so I'm at 7.2. So I could go up higher and I'd be fine. And I pretty much have full range of the band, and I'd be under 2 to 1. So I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to put the 80 meter section on. That's the section the extra lengths that I cut, and see where they are now that I'm down here, and see if I made a mistake or if I'm going to be okay. So let's do that. Okay, I have my 80 meter sections on. Now remember, I was tuning for the higher end of 80 for the like 3.9. So let me do my Aries 03983 SWR and 1.6. That's worse than I had up in the driveway, but like I said, every situation is going to be different. Let's see where the dip is. See if I'm too long or if I'm too short. And this looks like I'm a little bit too short. So I would actually have to add wire to make this better. But 1.6, it's good enough. I'm not going to complain. Now if I go down to the bottom end of the band, 03583, see where the SWR is going to be really bad. Yeah, 10 to 4. So I have to add length to get blah, 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 the digital portion. So I will have to add length for that. And I think I might have a solution here. So Tim accidentally sent these other sections of, these are actually cut for 40, but I couldn't use them because he accidentally terminated the ends of them. So I can't use the terminated ends, but there's enough wire here that I think I could clip onto the end and extend this. I just have to put another connector on there. But what I really need to use this for first is to cut this for 50 meters. This weekend is the fall SET drill, and one of the requirements is to make contacts on 50 meters. I don't know if anybody else has an antenna, and it would be good for me to have an antenna. I'm going to try to put this on, add this to the end of my 40. I'm going to take the 80 meter sections off, add this onto it, and see where it's resonant and see how much I'd have to cut off. And now my thought is, if I trim this for 50, then I can also click this onto the end of 80 and maybe fold it back when I need to do digital. So yeah, I think this might work out. But let me do some testing and I'll get back to you. Okay, just checking the SWR. It's obviously way too long. This is another 40 meter section. So there's a 20 meter section, a 40 meter section added onto it, and then I had another 40 meter section, which I think is another 16 feet. I added it on. It's too short for 80, but it's too long for 5.35 is where I have it, and I need to look at the band plan real quick and make sure I'm in within the I want to check out the full band width. So it's too long. So, and it's long by quite a bit. So I think I'm going to cut like 20 inches off and see where it's at. Let's see, the top of the band was 05403. Yeah, it's even longer. So I'm going to cut some off and do another measurement, and I'll get back to you when I have it cut to the right length, and I'll tell you how much I cut off. Okay, so I cut a big chunk off. I was thinking it was super long, so I literally just did is the length of my arms. I haven't measured it. I just went the length of my arms on both sides, whacked it off, and I'm at 1.5 or lower throughout the 60-meter band. So there's my 60-meter length. It's done. I don't have to do anything else for it. See if anybody's on POTA. Well, I'm sure somebody's out there doing POTA today. Let's take a look. On 20 meters, it's saying there's nobody. How about 40 meters? 40 meters, it's saying there's 7. Oh, 20 meters. It's saying there's 44. There we go. So there's a lot on 20 meters. Illinois, Arizona. Let me look again. Now there's, okay, there's 7 on 40 and there's 45 on 20 meters. So guess which band I'm going to jump to. So I'm going to disconnect all the connections on it. So it's just 20 meters. I'll check my meter reading and then we'll see what see if I can make a contact. I'm going to leave the lengths on as they are. I'm just going to drop the pole and disconnect the links. Okay. Good, it's back up. That's the fast way to do it. So let's check my SWR on 20 meters. Let me find a clear frequency. Uh, 1.5, a little higher, so that's fine. Good enough for me. Sorry, I gotta find them again.
Okay, I got the Whiskey 2, Romeo Delta Bravo.
This is Alpha Delta 0 Delta
Whiskey 2,
Kilo.
Romeo Delta Bravo, you are 59 in Park Kilo 0719. Roger on the Western New York. Thank you for the contact. 7-3s, my friend. QRZ.
November 3, Whiskey Sierra.
5 Sierra Point Oscar. Station ending in Oscar.
November 5 Sierra Mike Oscar. You're 55 Tango X-ray.
You are 59 into Park Kilo 0719. Thank you for Texas and have a wonderful day, my friend. 7-3s and QRZ.
November 3, Whiskey Sierra.
Park to Park.
Okay, Park to Park, stand by. The Whiskey Juliet again. Whiskey Juliet 8 Yankee, I have you 59 in Park Kilo 0719. Roger on the 57 Ohio. Thank you again and have a great day. 7-3s and back to the Park to Park.
Whiskey 5 Mike Kilo Sierra.
Okay, I got Whiskey 5 Mike Kilo Sierra. Is that right?
Roger. Whiskey 5 Mike Kilo Sierra Park 3051. 3051. And you're a 55 into my park.
Roger, you're 59 in Park Kilo 0719, my friend. Have a wonderful afternoon, 7-3s. Thanks for the Park to Park and QRZ.
November 3, Whiskey Sierra.
Tango. The India Bravo Tango station.
Kilo India 5 India Bravo Tango.
Roger, you're 59 in Park Kilo 0719.
Yeah, roger that. You're a 59 into North Texas.
Yeah. As you can probably tell, I got accomplished today. This is what usually happens, is right as I'm almost packed up and ready to go in, I'm going to get blasted by rain. So I'm going to get this down, take the antenna down. I'll take the mast down first. Oh, we twisted that section together. Down. This is my pillow. Now let's pull that up real quickly here. That. I need to disconnect the sections and wrap everything up. But, well, I don't know if I'll post this, but if I do, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Tango Oscar Mike, 73. Take care.
Tango Oscar Mike.